All right, Barlow Brigade. How's everybody doing, man? It's one of them days. I ain't been able to do nothing. Sit here. Just I hate being a bump on a log. I mean, I did a little knife, messed with some knives a little bit. My guy, the young man that helps me in my yard came by. Me and him chopped it up. He helped me haul off a couple things, and I ended up taking him back to he lives with his mama. I took him back to his mama, and I came in here to sit down. I got a video all planned out what I was going to talk about, and I sit down here in the chair and I hear, so I jump up and I scamper over to the door and open the door, and it's the mail lady, and she hands me this. It's an Amazon bag. And it's from River Cross Knives in Bessemer, Alabama, which is not very far from here, but it's a long cup of coffee ride. It's on up there, but it says Barlow Brigade and it has my address. I have no idea who sent this to me. I don't know where it came from. I didn't order it. But inside that big old bag was this box. Now, I don't, in my memory, have any idea of talking to anybody about River Cross Knives. To be frankful to you, I probably saw the brand or heard of the brand, and this may be something I won from a whatnot. Sometimes you'll enter those giveaways, and next thing you know, you done change channel and the giveaway runs, and you win. You don't even know it. I don't know if that's what happened. I just don't know. But I'm just many times y'all seen me go. Well, this is one of them. Just blew my mind. I hope if one of my viewers sent this to me, I hope they will reach out and let me know it's okay. And if you want to remain secretive, that's fine too. But I have no way to explain this to y'all. It was well packaged. It has an information card in there, and it gives you a description with the. I'll go on Amazon and check it out, find out about it. It's got a very nice information card. Gives you all the website information. If for some reason this company just sent me this knife for me to review it, they're certainly gonna get that because now I ain't done nothing to it. It was oiled up because it's made from a rasp. Which is usually high carbon steel. Was oiled up real good. Cosmoline is what I call it. It may just be some kind of industrial oil that they coat all their knives in before they pack it. I did wipe it down, just mainly because I didn't want to be all greasy on here with y'all. Greasy? Anyway, so without further ado, man, here you go, look. You gotta like that handle. Look at that sheath. That's a pretty good leather work right there. When you're mass producing the seams are well sealed. It's real leather. It's definitely real leather. It's not. I don't like that it sticks up above the belt, but that's fine. I'll tote this because I like toting it. Now, the blade shape is unique. I don't know how much. I ain't gonna be cutting no bulls, even though this is not a true bull cutter, and I'm not gonna be skinning no animal. But I tell you what, it'll get a workout opening boxes and stuff like that. So all I can do is show it. I don't know anything about it. Some kind of pearlite. It's heavy. Some kind of pearlite handle of some type. I don't really know what it's made out of. I don't know how much this costs, but look at that. See that? It was a rasp. Very coarse on this side, and then on this side, and it's got that upswept Skinner blade that is. It needs a stropping. But that most knives do. But it's sharp, and if not, I can fix that. I can get it. I can get it sharp. Y'all by now, y'all know that sharpening a knife ain't no big deal. Got some very aggressive jimping, full tang construction. I don't know what to tell y'all guys. I really don't. I don't know where this came from. I don't know who sent it to me. But if one of my channel subscribers sent this to me, thank you. Thank you very much. Y'all will see this knife again. I don't know. I just don't know what to say. Other than thank you. If that now, like I say, it could have been a Givvy that I got, and Whatnot they'll send me a thing and say, grade your product delivery. You send them, I always give them three thumbs up and a fire or something. I don't ever go in there and make a description of anything, but anyway, it is what it is. Whoever sent it, thank you so much, very much. The old man, I love to give. I love to give. And you'll see that, man. The giveaway box is getting bigger and bigger. Here's here's the back of the big box that it was all packed in, very well packed. Everything double bubble wrapped, and it's great packaging. This is not a fly-by-night company. These people elevate your lifestyle. River Cross Knives elevate your life. So, handmade Damascus cowboy or boyfriend and hunting, and it says new. The information is X00 or the SKU number. Well, I'll just show it y'all. There's the SKU number if y'all want to pause that and write it down. But that's all I know about it. I wish I could sit here and give you the ABCs on it and tell you everything I know about it, but that's it. That's all I got. But we'll talk about it again, I promise. All right, giveaway. That's the first thing in my description. It says giveaway or Givvy. Today, and here's the box. Okay, it's been sitting right down there. I brought it up here to show y'all. It's got a Phoenix rechargeable flashlight that's going in there. Has a handmade sheath built by Kodiak Edge. It has a beautiful, I'm not going to go over all this right here, but it has this beautiful blue-handled sodbuster type, double-bladed, or maybe a trapper type knife that I got from Sean up at Watch City Knives. Anyway, I can't get it out of there right now because I got my hands full. And then the grand prize is this cherry bone Baron Son Barlow, numbered to 185 out of 212, I believe, 250 maybe, I don't know. That was given to us given to me or us by Boss Hogg, which he autographed it. And That's going to be your first prize. So there you go. Now, going in the Givvy box today is this is called, I mean, y'all have seen these, but these are brand new. Okay, one of them is brand new, and one of them is almost brand new. This is a Gerber Tonto blade, no serration. It's called a paraplane. Excellent look. Got the clip on there, but it's made by Gerber, and that's probably Chinese. I don't know if it says that on there, but you look right there on the blade. Got the Gerber symbol, and of course the pocket clip has Gerber on it, and this is the knife that when you want to take the garbage out at night, grab this, clip it to your belt or your pocket or wherever you want. Give it to your wife. Let her clip it inside her purse. She'll always have a knife. Okay, that's going in there. That's the Tonto. Now this one is the exact same thing, except this comes with a clip point. Okay, exact same knife, but this one has the clip delete. Okay, I don't know who did it. They dumped a big old bucket of knives down on the counter down there at Deep South. I picked these up with the sole purpose of putting these in the giveaway. There's your Gerber. These were probably made in different years. But just a great little pocket dropper. You can't go wrong. That's going in the box. All right, that's really. Oh, one more. Now, this is a brand that I found out about by watching. I bought this off of. I like the bear. Y'all see that bear? Now, I think I may have showed this once before. I don't know. There's all your inflammation. Just a standard box. This is brand new in the box. Never been toted, never been carried. And this is the Buck 112, or what it's fashioned after. Okay. Except this is one thing. I mean, they have the automatic Buck 112, but this is a flipper. Okay. Modern construction, modern knife, but just a solid knife. And it's spring assisted. Got a frame lock. And the way you can tell if it's spring assisted is you bring it down and you got that, see that spring? That thing pops back up. There's a detent. Inside here there's a little ball bearing that's captured. And there's a little divot drilled into the blade to where when you bring it down, that ball bearing locks it in. Okay? And then by using the flipper, you release it and the spring opens the knife. Okay? That's spring assisted. Okay? There's several. I mean, you know, guys, modern knives, everybody's done just about everything they can do to them. Really, the only thing you can do is put a designer's name on there, add some kind of MCR 3151 steel, chromalloy, mega melt. I mean, that's about all you can do to one. I mean, G10, you can add the covers. When I see what is it called? Neves, I think it is knives, and or maybe it's Reeves, I don't know. But I see these guys like on Blade City and all that paying $5 and $6, and so, you know, sometimes I saw the other night guys said $1,200 minimum bid. I'll start it at $1,200 if anybody wants it. Well, he put it up there. I can't call the name what it was. That thing ended up selling for $1,550 for a pocket knife. Man, I could buy a 48-quart ice chest full of pocket knives for for $1,500. But anyway, that's going in the box, guys. Okay, that takes care of the giveaway. Now, second thing listed in my thing says eBay. It's going to say giveaway, it's going to say eBay, and it's going to say rant. And I'm not going to rant with y'all, man. I'm going to try to educate y'all. I'm going to bring y'all the knowledge. Not that I know anything, except that I looked it all up, and I've known some of it, and I've known most of it. It's something, I've always been into the history of knives. I've always been willing to share what I know about knives, and I'm fixing to share some things with y'all. But it ain't no big deal. Now look at this. Everybody out, well, most everybody knows about this knife right here. It's an Imperial. It's a large sod buster, okay? This one happens to be black. They come in yellow. Made by some company out of Columbus, Missouri. Well, that's who distributes it. I don't know who makes it. It's probably made in China. Matter of fact, I know it's made in China. It don't say that on the knife, but it says right there, made in Chinica. Now, that's no big deal, guys. There are parts made in China on just about every American-made knife in the country. There's a few, Baron Son. To say made in the USA, it has to be made fully of products that are made in the USA. Read your case boxes, okay? Read the back of it. The flag is gone. It says made in the USA, assembled with foreign and domestic parts. So, and I'm not down in case, guys. I bought 2 last night, okay? I'm not down in case knives. I'm not. I'm just not going to do it. I never will, never have, never will. I have several. I have a bunch case knives. But I primarily go for your 70s, 80s, 90s. Matter of fact, I bought a banger. I bought a Barlow. Had to do it. I don't know when I'll get it. Actually, it's a trade. I don't know when I'll get it, but I'm going to get it. And when I do, and when I show it to y'all, it's going to be one of those moments. Anyway, this knife is going to be on my eBay store. I'm selling this knife right here. Now, these sell for between $12 and $15 or $16 most of the time on eBay and places like that, okay? I think you get them off of Amazon, you get a 2-pack or a 3-pack for $24 or something like that. $8, $9 a piece, okay? Black, big boy sod buster. I carry the Moore Maker, I've got the Rough Rider. Those are all in carbon steel. This is in stainless. And let me get it open, y'all. First thing you're gonna notice is that it no longer is a drop point. Okay, I've reshaped the blade into a spear point. Brand new. It ain't cut. Well, I take that back. I opened up that Amazon package. Didn't even realize it. I just grabbed it and opened it up. But anyway, it ain't hurt. The thing is brand new. Okay, brand or new. Okay. Ain't nothing. I mean, I'm giving y'all the photographic what's going on here. Now, I'm gonna set it up for y'all. Okay, now y'all see how I'm holding it. I got it with my hand. If that thing closes on my hand, it's gonna cut me, right? Watch. I cut a half stop in it. Okay? So it goes right into the half stop. Still got all the walk and talk. Okay? So this is a Barlow Brigade original custom knife that you can buy. I'm going to list this knife for $21.95. Okay? So I'm basically charging y'all about $10. to modify it. And it takes at least an hour, maybe an hour and 20, 30 minutes to do this. It ain't hard, but it ain't easy either, okay? You gotta have some knowledge to do this. Cutting that half stop in there is a process that if you do it wrong, the half stop it'll be back here, or the half stop will be up here. You gotta put it in the right part to stand up there like that. You got to put it in the right place, okay? And I have no fear of this knot closing on me at all, okay? Right into the half stop, okay? So if you want one of these, go to my eBay store and purchase it. I may send you, I can do a Tonto or a reverse Tonto. I can do the drop point. I can make it a chisel point. I can really make it whatever you want. But we have to have that discussion. But if you want it just like this, just purchase a knife and make sure you tell me that you're a channel member, and I'll throw you some swag in there. So just make sure you do that. Okay, that's the eBay update. And there's other knives on there, guys. I'm listing, 4, 5, 6 knives a day. As my schedule allows. Now I'll probably get a few up there today because I'm having to sit inside, and I hate that worse than anything. Okay, this video is going to be long because where I'm finna go. There have been several YouTubers that I care about that have made comments. I'm not going to name anybody's name because that ain't what I'm about. And it's about Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Smoky Mountain Knife Works is, if you've ever been there, you know. Okay, it's a museum. Matter of fact, I think there's 3 or 4 actual museums that are on the register of museums in the United States that are there. But what you see when you get there, of course, you walk in and there's a CRKT, and over there is your Givvy, and over down there is a Rough Rider, and over there is something. Then you go up on the next floor, and there's your Buck, and there's all of them are there. Everybody, all the brands are there. But what you don't see are the 2 or 3 floors that's below all of that. You get a pizza and a cold drink at some part in there. There's a restaurant. There's just all kind of stuff. The only time I've ever been there, I went one day to see the sights, and then one day to shop. Okay, I ain't never been there, so I got the feel of it. All that's irrelevant. What I'm fixing to talk about are certain styles that happen with Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Okay, certain things that I'm going to address right now, and the first one is the RT bolster. Okay. The RT bolster is something that most people say, man, that's gaudy. I don't like that. I don't know why they put that on there. Well, you know me, I don't care. If I put out a Rough Rider, I want somebody to know it. I don't want them to say, man, what you telling? I put it up, I hold it up, and they go, oh, that's a Rough Rider Barlow. Immediately. They know immediately what it is. And it is an RT, but the T doesn't have nothing to do with Rough Rider. It should say RR, but that's kind of a lot to put on a thing. Okay, all that happened. Okay, and let me. I'm trying to line this up to where it makes sense. All that happened by the design team at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Okay, years and years ago, the Colt Firearm Company put out some knives, very fine carbon steel, fixed blades, pocket knives, all that kind of stuff. Not the ones that you see today. Now, there are some of those still out there in some places, but most of those knives are in collections. I'm talking about the real Colt knives, okay? Well, all of the information about those knives, because Smoky Mountain Knife Works bought that brand, all of the information and the designs for those knives is in the basement, okay, where the design team works. Okay, remember that. The double nail nick. I hear it all the time. Double nail nick. I've seen some major YouTubers say double nail nicks. I don't understand the double nail nicks. Why do they do that? That's gaudy. Okay, well, you know what? You need to do your homework. They did. Smoky Mountain Knife Works did. And the reason that that's on there is because they looked in their books and they saw back in the early 1800s early 1900s, and there were companies like Shat Morgan, some companies like I can't think of any of them right now that don't even exist today. They were making pocket knives back then, and the steel that they used to make, they didn't have all this highly refined, chrome moly process and all that stuff to make the springs out of. So it was very tough to open a pocket knife, especially the elephant toe, one of my favorites. Okay, that's especially. So back then, they started putting a forward nail nick on there to make it where the blade swung out easier to open the knife. Okay, that's the reason for the double nail nick, and all this is documented in the basement of Smoky Mountain Knife Works. These people have reams and reams and volumes and volumes. These great big 2.5 by 3.5 sketchbooks, where the people that were sketching and planning these knives back in the day, that didn't have the good spring steel that we got today, were designing these knives. And so the double nail nick was a very important evolution at the time for pocket knives. Of course, now as the refinement of the steel and all that, the double nail nick came back. So the two things that I brought up, the R bolster is an homage to the Colt firearms, which Smoky Mountain Knife Works owns that brand, and that and they've made Colt knives. They've quit making them, but the RT, when they started making certain knife patterns, not all of them come with it, but they started putting an R on top of a T as an homage to the Colt brand, and they liked it, and it's not keeping people from buying the knives because they still buy them. They make them every day, and we're talking about, I don't know if it's $1 billion business, but a multi-million-dollar business here. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. They're not doing this because they enjoy it. They're doing it because to make money, and all of this is well thought out. It's not something they just put together and threw out there to make some knife tuber in New York State upset. They didn't do it for that. They did it because it represents the history of pocket knife. Okay, they didn't do it to make some guy in California go off the deep end because he's got an R on his bolster. That's not what it was done for. It was done for a reason. They obviously did the research. They did the focus groups. These guys just don't say, let's make a trapper with two nail nicks. That's not why they did it. They did it because it is a representation of history. And that's what they're all about, historical movements in knives. And so, like the double nail nick, if you'll go back and look at Shat Morgan elephant toes that were made in the 20s, if you go back and look at GEC, any of y'all collect GEC? They have a big boy trapper. Don't know the number. I don't know what pattern it is, but it's not a big boy, but it's a trapper that has a double nail nick on it. Okay, so the people at GEC ain't got nothing to do with Smoky Mountain Knife Works, but they know about the double nail nick. Okay, it's a pattern. It's something that happened in our history, and they paid homage to it. It's I don't know how to explain it to you guys. It's just something that happened. But everybody needs to relax, man. Enjoy your pocket knife. It's not that big a deal. Now, one more thing I'm gonna share with y'all. Kevin Pipes is I guess he's still involved with Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I don't know what position he has there. But his design team, and one of the main cats in this is Brian Wilholt. Okay, they get down there in the basement and they go through these books and they'll find something. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. What's the focus group say? What does this say? What does that say? Let's look at the numbers on this. Let's look at the numbers on that. There's another guy named Jonathan, I think it's Volet, but I'm not sure. He's one of the guys that's or was. I don't know if not everybody that I'm fixing to name here is still with Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And here's the catch. If you go back and look at the Smoky Mountain, they have a history page on their website that you go to order your knives from. And if you go into that section and look at the history, the first thing you're going to find is a very young knife designer named Andy Armstrong. You ever heard of him? Rosecraft Blades. That's right. Him and his partner and that family, the Rose family, own Rosecraft Blades. Okay? It's not a fly-by-night company. Some of their knives may come out of the same factory that the Rough Riders come out of from, but nobody thinks about that. Okay? I'm not saying they are, but I have proof. Right here in this box, okay, is a knife. Now, before I show you this knife, I want y'all to think Little River Skinner, the white bone one. Okay, Rosecraft Blade, very popular. Matter of fact, it's in the vault. This is not something that I'm making up. This is something that okay. Here's the box. This is a newer box. Okay, most of these non-series knives, because see, Rough Rider has two kind of knives. They put out a series like Bumblebee, like Cinnamon Stag Bone, which I bought one this week. There's I can come. I just can't think right now. The Appaloosa Bone 30th anniversary series. I wanted to collect all of those, every knife in those series, but I can't do it. I'm not made of money. I'm just an old retired paper maker, philanthropist, entrepreneur, crazy person down here in Mississippi, and I love knives. But anyway. But this is the box that most of these series come in. Might have had that upside down for y'all, but there it is. I don't even remember what knife. I don't know what knife. I just brought that. But that's these non-series knives. But this is the newer box that these non-series knives come in. Remember I just told y'all a minute ago the Little River Skinner, okay, the white one, and they make two. He makes a big one too. I don't know what the names of them are, but anyway, here it is. This is a Rough Rider bow trapper for the sake of a different name in red micarta, designed by Andy Armstrong. You remember, Emily Swaggerty? She's one of the designers at Rosecraft Blade. She used to work at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Goes right into the half stop. And there's that skin. It's got a Skinner blade, okay, just like the Little River Skinner, the white bone one, okay. And the big one comes in, I think, micarta, and I don't know if they have it in the bone, but it's bigger than this. It's probably an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter bigger than this one. Got a great little choil there. Beautiful blade, just a Rough Rider, and this is RYDER and. The part number, put that up there for y'all. Y'all should get one of these, okay? It's for real. But open it up. Now they make two of these red ones. They make this one and they make the big one. Same way that Rosecraft Blade. Rosecraft Blade uses a little higher end handle material. But this is just a beautiful knife. But if you didn't know Andy Armstrong was a designer at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, you would never even know this knife is out there. I knew it. That's why I bought it. Y'all check that blade center now. Them Rough Riders ain't no good. Don't go buy one. Listen. Okay? Don't buy them. Anyway, maybe it is a rant. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to inform y'all about what the double nail nick was all about and why they have the RT bolster. It's a pedestal, basically. That's what they did. The Colt did. They put the C on a pedestal to show you that when you pull your pocket knife out, somebody they knew what you were toting. Okay, it's an homage to a classic Colt firearm. Everything Smoky Mountain Knife Work does is for a reason. Okay, it's to make money. Okay, but first of all, they're pocket knife. They're cutting. I think one of their little sayings is if it cuts, we has it, or something like that. Anyway, 36 minutes, man. You reckon we're gonna make it? I hope this dang thing downloads. I'll be pulling my hair out. I was gonna say I might go have a drink, but I ain't gonna do that, guys. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all call somebody and tell them to subscribe. We close, man. That box is going to get full down here, and I'm going to have to wait 6 months before I can give it to y'all. Somebody's going to, each box, I plan to have 4 knives in each box, plus swag, plus some goodies. So, y'all get in there where you fit in there. Rule number 9.